Hey everyone, Tech OG here, and in this video I want to talk about Galaxy S9 phone cases. But before I do so, I want to give a shout out to everyone that has subscribed to my channel so far, and I want to give a special shout out to some of my students who have subscribed to my channel. But getting back to business, again, this video I want to talk about phone cases for the Galaxy S9. So when I go on Amazon, if you've looked for or tried to buy cases, it is a very daunting task because there are a lot of companies that make a lot of cases for the phone because they want your business. Cases is a big business, especially because the phone is expensive and you want to protect it. And so that's why you find a whole bunch of companies that make a whole bunch of cases. And so trying to find the right one for you can be, again, a very daunting task. So I don't know what kind of phone case you're looking for, but if you want one where it'll still show the color of your phone, you want to get this clear case one at the top. Here's another clear case. Right here, there's a lot of clear cases, and they sell those big time so that you can show off the color of your phone. They have designs on cases. There's a wallet case right here, but it only holds 1-2 cards. And this particular case I don't like right here because the cards, they fit very, very snug inside of the case, but they're very difficult to pull out. So you can risk bending your card or even breaking your card trying to pull it out. So again, you got a lot of clear cases here. Now here's a wallet case here. Cool wallet case, don't get me wrong. I don't like it because it doubles the size of the phone. Again, I don't want a phone that protrudes in my pocket. So while this holds more than 2 cards, definitely not one for me. Yeah, it has a wrist strap, but I'm not going to carry my wallet on my wrist. It can fall off, or someone can try to come by and snatch it off your wrist. I'm not trying to feel that. Especially when this little lock here, I don't know if you can see the little cursor that I'm pointing to. This little lock is a little flimsy, so even though it's attached to the wallet, someone can come by if they run fast enough and snatch it right off your wrist. So you just have the strap on your wrist and someone's running off with your phone. So that right there, not cool for me. Look at this case. This case, although it's thick and it protects your phone, and it has this nice little holster where you can clip onto your belt, nice and all, but it's thick. I don't like a phone case that doubles my phone size. So again, you want to find the case that's going to work for you. Me, again, I want it as thin but protective as possible. So I was looking at this one case right here. Oh yeah, and another thing too, the price. The price has to be appealing to me. I don't believe in spending $50 on a phone case. That, in my opinion, is way too much. You can probably find a lesser known company that makes a thick case, but for a price that is appealing to you. So this price right here, $10, cool price for a case. So this one right here, it's nice. It looks nice. It has, let me click right here. It protrudes out a little bit from the corner so that if you do drop it and it drops face down, it will, the protruding quarters will absorb the shock so that your screen can be protected. Those are pretty cool cases in my opinion. And as you can see here, a nice little dramatization of it being cracked on the ground. A phone case will not crack the ground itself, but it's just basically saying that it's going to protect the corners of your phone if it does drop. And it doesn't cling. It has this micro dot pattern. It's trying to show that other cases here on the right that may not have the micro dot pattern will cling to your case and show this sweat looking like stuff on the case. And it looks pretty good in your hand, but it is a little thick because it's a little rugged. It'll protect your phone case to the best of its ability. And if you stick a pop socket on here, it normally will not come off. Now, with my minimalistic case, when I put this love handle on here, it did stick, but there was one day where I had the phone and I was holding it upside down, it slipped off. So even though this is 3M adhesive, it's not that good on this particular case and this particular material. Not that good at all. But on plastic, works great. So 3M sticky material on a plastic case is by far the best way to go when it comes to looking for cases. It does stick to leather pretty well too, but plastic is the best material for 3M or sticky material items that you have on the back of your phone. Now I looked at this case too, and I was just looking at these today. This case looks cool because of the ridges on the corners. But the bad part about this phone, I mean, the layering looks great, but because of the layering, guess how thick the phone is going to be. This case looks like a brick. And if it looks like a brick, feels like a brick, it is a brick. I don't want a brick for a phone in my pocket or in my hand. Now, like I said, it's cool and everything, and the price is right. $8 for a heavy-duty, shock-proof, military armor protector. And I can't stand these descriptions for the cases. It's too much. Just give me a little bit. I know what it's going to do. You don't need to put this many words for a case. You're not selling me with that many words. That's a doggone paragraph. So like I said, I already know what the case is going to do. Just give me a little bit of detail on your product. Just a little bit. I don't need that much. I already know what it's going to do. It's a case. Protects the phone. So this case, too big, too thick. No kickstand. Anyway, that's what my pop socket is for. Now, one company that has made its name in cases is Spigen. Spigen is a fantastic company that makes a lot of fantastic cases for a lot of fantastic phones. I've bought a few Spigens for my iPhone. And when I was going to get the iPhone X at one point, I actually ordered a Spigen case for it that had a kickstand. Now, I canceled the order for the iPhone X, but when I was about to shoot the case out or whatnot, I saw by accident discovered by accident that the kickstand was removable. So what I did was I put some double-sided sticky tape on here to put on the back of this minimalistic case when I had the love handle on here so that it can be raised while I use it. And that's when I had the love handle, but not the love handle with the kickstand on it. So I had that, and that worked well for a while. It was just that I had too much stuff on the back of my case. I just want to have one thing on there to hold my phone and to support it as a kickstand. So the pop socket, in my opinion, is the best peripheral to do that, to hold your phone nice and secure in your hand while it can be used as a kickstand. So again, Spigen, they're a company that do try to listen to their customers and listen to opinions from the customers about making a nice case. Now, of course, any company's job is to make money off of consumers, and that's why Spigen makes a lot of different cases for a lot of different tastes. So you got your clear cases, you got a case here that has a screen protector, protective backing, and top and bottom protection. I mean, that's a nice looking case, but that looks like a transformer. I don't want a transformer case. I just want a case that just protects the phone. There, done. This one right here looks kind of cool. Has nice thick corner edges to protect drops, because 9 times out of 10 you would drop it on the corners, so it'll absorb the shock, so you won't break the glass. Here's a nice one right here. This one has a kickstand built in the case, but this one is kind of thick. So again, it all depends on what you're looking for in a case. Spigen also makes minimalistic cases. This one right here is a lightweight minimalistic, or it says here minimal thin case. But again, it doesn't protect your phone to the best of its ability. So if you drop it, it's most likely going to break. They also sell screen protectors. They have the excuse me, what is this material? I think it's called TPU. So it's a thin, bendable protector. There are some protectors, such as this one right here, which is a tempered glass screen protector. And the one that you want to get is the 9H tempered glass screen protector. That's the thickest one that they make. So if you do drop it face down, the screen protector will crack, but not your screen on your phone. So the thicker it is, the better. I don't like the ones that are made for the Samsung because only the curved part is adhesive. For the ones I have on my iPhone, the whole entire screen was adhesive, so it stayed on my phone. By this one here for the S9, by having just the curved edges adhesive and the top and the bottom, it's very easy for it to fall off. I've tried many different ways to secure it, but it did not work. So I usually get these right here, the ones that are bendable, and you can just get this spray that you spray in your phone, and then you line it up, and then maybe like an hour, or I won't say an hour, but maybe like 15-20 minutes afterwards, the solution will dry up and it will be very snug and secure on your phone. So I like these particular types of screen protectors, even though they do not protect your screen like a tempered glass screen protector. So if you know that you're have butterfingers, or you drop your phone a lot, you want to get a tempered glass screen protector. But me particularly, I rarely drop my phone, and having a pop socket works very well, so I get the very thin bendable screen protectors. Now there's one particular company that has moved up in the ranks as far as making cases, and that company is called Tech21. I remember seeing their cases in Best Buy. At one point, Best Buy was the only store that I knew of that was selling these Tech21 cases. And they make some really good cases. I was buying them for my iPhone, and at the time, their prices were really reasonable. $20, $15. I could deal with that. And the material, the quality of the cases were top notch. Because they made some money, and because people started to realize how cool their cases was, and how many people were buying them, Tech21's like, yo, since now that we have a fan base and we know that you're gonna buy our cases, let's jack up the prices. Ha ha. So, when I went to T-Mobile a couple of weeks ago with my wife, she was looking for a phone case. She wanted one right away. She didn't want to get one through Amazon like I did. She wanted one right away for her phone when I got it for her, and she was looking at a whole bunch of cases, and the store manager, he suggested a Tech21 case, and that's what she went with. And in the store, in the T-Mobile store, the case was $40, or either 40 or 50. I believe it was 50, but I think it was 40. I have to look at the receipt. But either or, I already know that sometimes stores jack up prices so they can make a little bit more profit. So I get that. But $40, $50, when I saw that price, I'm like, for a case? That's ridiculous. Even though it's made great, the material is great on the case, but for $40, you could buy a pair of sneakers for $40. You can get dinner for two for $40. But for a case, I'm not gonna eat my case. So again, I want a sweet spot price for my case. My wife still bought the case. Well, actually, she used my debit card, so I bought the case. So nice case and all, but me particularly, I can't swallow $40 for a case. even though it's going to protect it very well. So I saw the case at the store and I was like, yeah, this looks really cool, feels really cool. It's not that thick, but I still couldn't swallow $40 for the case. So I came back home and I started looking on Amazon to see if the price would be cheaper, since I knew that stores sometimes jack up prices. And unfortunately, looking at Amazon, the prices are the same. $40 for this one, or $39.95. I just rounded up. $40 for that one, $44.95 for this one, $44.95 for that. That's too much. This one right here is not a Tech 21. This right here is generic-ish, but $8. They put it, I guess, in the same. When I did search, they put it here too, so that if you wanted a thick case for your phone, but didn't want to swallow that price, they say, hey, stick with us. And then I kept scrolling and I saw this one. Now this is a Tech 21, and the case that my wife got was an EvoCheck case as well. And again, hers was $40, but here's one for the Galaxy S8, and because that phone's not going to sell as well anymore, they dropped the price of this case to $699. I was like, yo, now that's a price I can swallow for the same quality, even though it's not made for the S9. I said, I wonder if I can make some modifications to the case to fit the S9. Now, just like Apple, Samsung changes the dimensions of the phone so that you will have to buy a brand new case for your phone. Or they may change the camera or whatnot, as they did with the S9 compared to the S8. Or not really the camera placement, but they changed the fingerprint sensor. Instead of being on the side, they put it on the bottom. So by them putting it on the bottom, you couldn't necessarily use your Galaxy S8 case with the Galaxy S9, and that's where they stifle you. You gotta buy a brand new case for your phone. So what you gonna do with your S8 case? You're gonna sell it. You can't really sell it because no one's gonna buy a case for an old quote-unquote phone. So as you can see, companies gotta get rid of their stock of their older cases, and that's why they dropped the price significantly. And so again, I found myself, I was telling myself, what if I do get a phone made for the S8, but make some modifications for it to fit the S9, because the dimensions of both phones are pretty much similar. However, the S9 is a few millimeters larger than the S8. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think that will pose a big problem in getting this case. So the only thing that I was thinking of doing as far as modification was to cut along the bottom right here to show the fingerprint sensor, and I guess I decided to try to do that to be able to save myself a good $30 on a phone case. So what I did was I searched Amazon. Let me get to it. Oh, there it is. And I found a Tech 21 Evo case for the Galaxy S8. It was a used case, quote unquote, and this was $5. That's right. The same quality, same material, $5. I will be saving $35, but again, I'd have to make modifications in order for it to fit my S9. So when I got it, and let me show you a better picture of it. There it is. Same thing, same design, same ruggedness, the same thickness around the edges. It's a great case, but again, it was made for the S8. So what I needed to do, I needed to have a steady hand, get some scissors, which I did, and cut around here so that it can fit, or so that it can display my fingerprint reader for my S9 case. So when I got the case, again, it took me a minute and yes, it looks nasty. It looks messed up, but I don't care about the look. I'm not trying to please anybody with the look of this case, but I actually cut around here and had to cut around here for the flash. And there you go. The S8 case, the Tech21 Evo Check case for the S9. Again, I make modifications. I don't care about making modifications. And here's my pop socket on the back. And let me put in my phone. Boom. Perfect fit. Now, the sad part is, because it was a few millimeters larger, the volume buttons and the Bixby button was a little bit higher than the button cutout for the case. So what I had to do, as far as another modification, it's crazy, I know, I cut the buttons out. I just took the buttons out and I cut along here to make this open so that I'm able to hit my buttons. Now you can't really see it because of the lighting and the way that I got things right now, but I'll show you in the extension of the video how the buttons look. But I'm able to press the buttons when I need to, and like I said, with the cutout on the back, fingerprint sensor, boom, phone comes on. Same great ruggedness. I can drop it. Hopefully it won't drop face first because I have the anti-glare screen protector, so the screen is not protected that well. So I just pray that it drops on the corner or the back. But because I have a pop socket, I don't worry too much about dropping it because it is secured very nicely. The adhesive is secured very nicely on the plastic back, where I don't have to worry about dropping my phone. This right here, index finger, middle finger, this right here feels the best as far as holding the phone. I do sometimes hold it, like Spock, but it doesn't feel that secure. I mean, it is secure, holds very nicely, but holding it like this is better because my thumb can reach all across the screen. So top, bottom, reaches, so I don't have to use one-handed mode. So I can hold it in my hand, not worry about dropping it, use one thumb to control everything. I think that's a great deal to have. So there you have it, $5 case. Had to cut it out. It looks ugly. I don't care if it looks ugly because I didn't buy it for any of you people. I bought it for me, and I saved myself $35. My wife laughs at me every time she looks at my case, but I look at her and I said, who's $35 richer? So while you eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I can enjoy myself a nice porterhouse steak. How's that? Now that I've shown you the cases on the computer and I'm done with the computer, I guess it's better to close it up and then re-angle a camera so that you can see things a little bit better in this video. So again, this is the Tech21 Evo Check case made for the Galaxy S8. I took some scissors and carefully cut around here. Well, first I drew with a pen, black pen, the outline of the fingerprint reader. Carefully cut that out, and then carefully cut out around here to display the flash. And there you have it. I now have a nice durable case, but not for the durable price of $40 to use with my phone. And here, let me take the phone out so that you can see where I cut to display my buttons. Again, this was all enclosed, like this side here, where you had this plastic that you could push in to control or push your buttons on your phone to protect your buttons too from debris. But because the S9, these buttons here are raised a little bit higher than the S8 buttons, I had to cut out the buttons so that I'm able to use my buttons. Because when I did put it in the case without cutting this, these were pressing on the buttons where my volume up button was being depressed all the time. So it was pressing on the volume up button all the time, and I could not stop it. So again, I had to cut it all out so that my buttons are free. So when I turn it on and press the buttons, press volume down, there you go, and then I can press volume up, boom, perfect. And the Bixby button is free, even though I don't use it that much. But again, save myself $35, and I can laugh in my wife's face. But she has the better cutout phone because her case was made for the S9. But again, I'm not trying to please anybody. This is my case. I'm just using it to protect my phone. And again, with the pop socket, you prop it up. And boom. There you go. Props up nicely on the side. Does not prop nicely, or depends on your position. I don't want to hold it too or put it too much on the bottom of the phone, because if I try to prop it up on the side by it being on the bottom, it doesn't really balance well. So sometimes I want to prop it up like this vertically, but by this being in the middle does not do a good job. So it all depends on where you want to position it and how you want to hold it up as a kickstand mode. So again, that is the bulk of the video. When it comes to finding a case, find one that's going to work for you, that has all the things that you want it to have. If you want to get a wallet case, again, it's going to take a while for you to find the perfect case. And what I've done today, I've ordered actually an adhesive wallet. It's a synthetic leather wallet case where I put it on the back of the phone and can pop the cards out, and it can hold up to, I think it said up to three cards. And that's kind of cool for myself because two of my cards are thick and two of them are not. And so I believe that it will be able to hold all the cards that I usually hold in my wallet right inside of that little adhesive wallet. So when I do get it, I'll get it on Tuesday. I'll make another video about that, and show you how it looks. And because it's a synthetic leather, you can put the pop socket on it and it'll be nice and secure as it is on plastic. So again, I'll show you that when I get it. But to wrap things up, get a case that you like. Don't get a case that everybody else has. For example, when OtterBox was making cases, and a lot of people wanted to get OtterBox because it was so protective for phones, but that case was super thick, especially the more expensive ones. And I've seen so many people with it, and then they dissed it because I guess people were like, yo, I want my phone to look like a phone and not a brick. So OtterBox has not been doing that well as far as selling cases. Hopefully they'll find a way to make better cases, thinner cases, but still have great protection. But in my opinion, right now, Tech 21 makes some fantastic cases, and Spigen, in my case, will be my number 2 choice as far as getting cases for my phone. So Tech 21, congratulations. Y'all came a long way. You were at Best Buy at first, and now you're in a lot of different stores. You're in T-Mobile stores, you're in Target, you're all over. So congratulations to you on making a fine case. Nice rugged case. Again, hopefully don't drop in the front. And again, find a case that you particularly like for yourself. And if you have any questions on cases that I've bought in my past for an iPhone, leave your comments in the comment section. Leave your comments on if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, leave comments on that too. I'll do whatever I can to improve. Just like I am as a teacher, I always tell my students if I'm doing a bad job, let me know, because I need to improve. I don't want you to lie in my face and say, oh, you taught a great lesson, but you didn't get anything out of it. I don't want to say, great video, but it wasn't great to you. So let me know in the comment section on how you felt about my video. Leave the thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the video. Tell all your friends. And I hope to see you in my next video.